90-day Fiancé. Luke's friend Brian says Madelein has brainwashed him because he has Stockholm Syndrome. 90-day Fiancé's Luke met his friend Brian, who told him that he had been under Madelein's spell since he showed him signs of Stockholm Syndrome. He has already begged for a second chance with her on The Other Way Season 7 after she clashed with him over his stripper bachelor's party in America. She couldn't forgive him and broke off the engagement. Madelein stirred up drama at a bakery after Luke spilled the truth to her. He wanted to be honest with her, but it ultimately backfired on him. Their relationship got more rocky with the stripper, following their argument over money issues. Their wedding was stalled due to his lack of funds to bear the big expenses. Does he really have her influence strongly on him? What did his friend tell him? In an explosive latest episode of 90-Day Fiancé, Luke and Madelein's relationship storyline took the worst turn. He asked her to keep her conditions to win her back. She ended up giving him some of the conditions she wanted him to follow strictly. For the amends, she sought some me time without sex. Day Fiancé merchandise. Show me with actions what I really mean to you, Madelein stated. Luke happily nodded his head without saying a word. He was emotional when she removed her engagement ring, showing him a naked finger and calling off their wedding. He was on the verge of falling to her knees. The reality star looked desperate for a fresh new start. He even took her to his spiritual cleansing session, which she called his stupidity. Day Fiancé. Luke diagnosed with grave Stockholm Syndrome due to Madelein. TLC gave a sneak peek into what's coming up in 90-Day Fiancé, The Other Way next week to fans. In the clip below, Luke and Brian catch up outside of a bar after Madelein's incident. Luke shared that his fiancée and her friend aren't able to get along because they hate each other. Brian was married to one of her closest friends. Madelein is said to have started a rumor about Brian, that he cheated on his ex-wife to ruin him in Luke's absence. Luke revealed that he met his friend in Colombia, and they bonded well after that. He acknowledged that she doesn't know he came to see him. Otherwise, she would be bad to him again, as the two friends chatted with beers. Luke described his situation as dramatic. He told him that Madelein was throwing tantrums during their arguments. She gave in to his stress by calling off the wedding, but he persevered through all the ups and downs. Brian, hearing his story, couldn't stop telling him he has Stockholm Syndrome, which surprised Luke. Brian called Luke the captive, and Madelein the abuser in their case. Luke admitted that there is a trauma bond between him and his partner, so he couldn't deny entirely that she hadn't taken him hostage. He has surely fallen trapped in her love. He has hit his lowest with her, leading Brian to confirm that he has been controlled and manipulated. Stay tuned to TV season and spoilers for the latest Luke and Madelein's updates. Luke's friend Brian says Madelein has brainwashed him because he has Stockholm Syndrome. Luke's friend Brian is now convinced that Luke and Madelein's relationship is no longer a normal love story. It's something much darker. According to Brian, Madelein has influenced Luke so deeply that he can no longer think for himself. Brian says, "This is pure Stockholm Syndrome." Luke keeps defending someone who is clearly manipulating him emotionally. People around Luke have been noticing the same thing. His friends say he isn't acting like himself anymore. No matter how much they try to warn him, Luke keeps repeating the same line. "You're all misunderstanding her." Brian claims this kind of blind loyalty is exactly what Stockholm Syndrome looks like. When you should be questioning someone's behavior, you end up protecting them instead. And Luke seems trapped in that cycle. On Madelein's side, the drama is just as intense. She's trying hard to prove she's innocent, but Brian believes that only confirms his suspicions. He says, Madelein knows exactly how to control him. This is a psychological game. Now their entire friend group is divided. Some believe Luke is simply deeply in love, which can make anyone behave differently. But others agree with Brian. They worry Luke's decisions aren't really his own anymore, but the result of Madelein's emotional influence. Everyone is watching closely, wondering the same thing. Has Luke truly been brainwashed? Or is Brian being overly judgmental about their relationship?